What's good? What's good? It's the one, the only, but what do I know? Boxer coming back at y'all with another one, bro. Currently, yes, I am watching the Super Bowl, man. Look, man. So I'm doing this in between commercials or whatnot, man. Starting off with a good game, bro. I don't have a dog in this fight or a horse in this race. I'm a falcon, so But I always just I'm a sports head, so I like, watching the sports. But anyways, as you guys can see, man, Jermall Charlo says, practice make perfect. I needed some time away from the sport. Back in my bag. I'll be defending my WBC title in June. Sorry for the wait. So thanks, official Ronnie Shields. That's his trainer, Ronnie Shields, Hall of Fame trainer, bro. Has been working with, just everybody, bro. The Charlos, both Charlos at one particular time, Laura, Pernell Whitaker, bro, like just all the way, he's worked with some historians. So anyways, man, I wanted to touch on that. Jermall Charlo coming back in June. Listen, it's more so like it's got kind of one of the things like, I believe it when I see it. No, not discrediting taking anything away from Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo is a hell of a fighter. I've always been a fan of both of the Charlos. I think Charlo is I just think that here recently he's been taking a hit because he's kind of he's been just missing in action. His last fight was against Juan Montiel, where he did. Wow, I'm sorry, y'all gotta excuse me. I'm watching the Super Bowl and I got it on mute because obviously I don't want any issues going on. But I'm watching the Super Bowl while recording this. But his last fight was against Juan Montiel, where a lot of people didn't thought he didn't look the best in the eyes of many of me, although he clearly won the fight. But he didn't look the best because, like they say, you're only as good as your last fight. And so they compared his fight before that, the Montiel fight, to the Detrimental fight, which was before the Montiel fight, where Charlo just looked absolutely amazing. So, and that was on June 19th of 2021. Here we have it. He's returning in June 2023. So that'll be a 2-year layoff. Now, the thing about it is, I don't want Jermall Charlo to end up like Keith Thurman, where you have a lot of momentum going your way and then you spend majority of your prime years, or at least half of your prime years, just on the shelf. And that, my friend, is what makes a loss so detrimental. A lot of people wonder why in boxing one loss people take a loss more serious in boxing nowadays. Where back then you had historians that lost 10, 11, 12 times, and still or at least more than 5 times, and still being able to make a Hall of Fame. But it loss is so detrimental because these fighters are not active enough. You guys got to think about it. These guys are fighting once, maybe twice a year, so a loss has a much more bigger impact because we're not seeing them as much. Whereas if they were fighting like 3 times a year, a loss wouldn't be that detrimental. Patrick Mahomes on point, man. Both teams started off good, but Patrick looks like he's. But anyway, I'm sorry, guys, but I kind of thought. Well, I still think I kind of want Jalen Hurts, but I don't. Anyway, my bad, y'all. I'm getting sidetracked. But anyways, sorry. But if fighters fought more frequently, 3 times a year, like, a loss wouldn't be as detrimental. But these guys are fighting once a year, once every year and a half, once every 8-9 months, and it's like, bro, it makes it that much detrimental. So I don't want Jermall Charlo to be like a Keith Thurman. But in a sense, there have been historians that have taken a long time off but still come back, or Hall of Famers, should I say, that's taken breaks and still come back and do their thing. Sugar Ray Leonard did it on multiple occasions. Floyd Mayweather. George Foreman took 10 years off and then came back. Not comparing or saying anything about George Foreman to or comparing these historians with or any of these historians with Jermall Charlo. But Jermall Charlo's, me saying that, it's like Jermall Charlo's not the first fighter to take a while off. Floyd Mayweather had a 2-year layoff before coming back and fighting Juan Manuel Marquez, and he ended up generating more money than he ever generated before. So So it's not off. It's not out of the. It's not saying that his career is over because he's having such a long layoff. However, what Adrian Broner said is 100% correct, man. These fighters are in the prime of their career, and they shouldn't be taking this time off. They shouldn't be shelved. Now I get it though. As I've been stating in my other videos, Jermall Charlo has been going through family issues, and I completely understand why he was gone. I mean, having to go through a divorce with your wife, or at least that's what they're saying, and having a custody battle of who gets the kids and who gets the house and this, that, and the third, and child support definitely is going to be coming in, and he's definitely going to be going. He's going through some that stuff. It can definitely take a toll on the mental. So I can completely understand why Jermall Charlo did not want to really be active in his career during that moment. Missed the field goal. But regardless, man, I think that it's good that he's back clear now, but obviously even the haters, the people that have been talking about where's Jermall Charlo been at and all that, they want to really see him fight, and so do I. Now, as far as, let's talk about who he could possibly be fighting. Now, obviously, he's gonna, off of a 2-year layoff. They're not gonna bring him in with somebody, anybody that we want to see, like a Demetrius Andrade or anything like that, or definitely not like a David Benavidez or anything like that. But I definitely feel like he'll probably still fight Masaleski or whatnot. Come back, fight him, and then we'll get the ball rolling. So hopefully, first and foremost, let me actually say this too. It would be very detrimental to his career if he only fights once this year. He had a 2-year layoff. He needs Jermall Charlo, and he's coming back in June, right? That's plenty of time for him to fight later on this year. Jermall Charlo needs to be active. Jermall Charlo needs to have two fights, since he's already coming back in the half of this year. He needs to be fighting twice this year. So Jermall Charlo definitely, I definitely think that he should be fighting twice this year. Now, again, his first fight back, he'll be fighting Masaleski or something like that. I'm not mad at that. Get the cobwebs off, cool. But later this year, I'm expecting Jermall Charlo to have a big fight. I mean, it should be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need to see Jermall Charlo against a Demetrius Andrade, or a Jermall Charlo, or at least against, is that Canelo on the commercial? Wow. Sorry, y'all. I just got thrown off by this golf commercial, and I saw Canelo driving a. Wow. Okay. Anyways, we need to have him against like a Demetrius Andrade, or at least like a Erislandy Lara. I'm not mad at that fight. Get him a Carlo, a Carlos Adames. Like get him something, like. But we don't need to see. He doesn't need to be, or Erislandy Lara. I think that should Erislandy Lara not fight Triple G, if Triple G passes up on that fight, let's get Jermall Charlo versus Erislandy Lara. I think that makes for an interesting matchup, even though Erislandy Lara is a bit past his prime now. I just think that and this is something that we deserve. If I don't see him fighting David Benavidez. And the thing about the whole David Benavidez situation is, which is crazy to me, man. If Jermall Charlo would have just never opened his mouth and spoke bad about dude, talking about so he'll knock him out and he's an easy fight, I don't think we would really be calling for that fight, because I mean, truth be told, I mean, technically, Jermall Charlo is a 160-pound fighter. So, I can it wouldn't. I could understand if Jermall Charlo not wanting to move up to 168, but he should have never opened his mouth and opened them doors to and called out David Benavidez. Again, I apologize, man. I know this video might seem a little off, but you guys got to remember, I'm watching the Super Bowl while doing this. I had to get this video out. So just bear with me. But anyways, Bottom line is we need to see Jermall Charlo active, and we need to see him in bigger fights this year. All right, I just named out some possibilities. He could fight the loser of Caleb Plant Benavidez should he decide to move up in weight. But it's many fights out there for him. You know, maybe they can revisit him and Jaime Munguia. Maybe they can, you know, that's another possibility. Maybe they can work something out, get a deal going. It seems like the PBC is on par with making the Ryan Garcia fight with Golden Boy. Seems like that's going pretty well. Wow, that was not a good idea to try to take that in. Hurts. Anyways, he, you know, it seems like, you know, so hopefully we can get a Jermall Charlo like, he just needs somebody. In his time, his past time, he's in the prime of his career, man. Let's get these fights going on, man. All right. But all in all, man, I'm glad. Hopefully the champ will be back. Cause hey, if y'all remember, he actually stated that he was gonna come back in February, and obviously he didn't do that. So, you know, cause I can't remember what fight that was, but they asked him like, man, when is he returning? And he said he's returning in February. So he obviously didn't do that. So hopefully he actually offsides. So hopefully he actually takes this. He actually fights in June, and you know, again, don't hold your breath as far as like a formidable opponent, but you know, it's good to see the champ back at it, man. So let me know what you guys think about Jermall Charlo. Who do you want to see him fight later on this year? Do you think that he should move up to 168? Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know? Now back to the Super Bowl.